They all break. I just kind of changed it all. I was debating on it. I'm like, pretty nice night. Usually, once you want back these 20 miles ago, fucking had one on 250 hours.
Good send off to deer season. All right, guys. Welcome to the Deer Shop Podcast, presented by Siman Brothers Outdoors and the Leaky John Boat Company.
Yeah. He went and watched a movie that has a $200 million production budget, and then the next thing he watched was our video on YouTube that has a $0 production budget.
This is the first buck I've shot in over 10 years.
Your track job was the first fun track job. That kind of like, I think part of my life was influenced by that night.
Then you miss him 3 times with a rifle at 70 yards on video for the whole world to see.
That's what Caleb did. 5 years ago, we couldn't shoot a deer at 100 yards with a slug gun. Now you're shooting turkeys at 100 yards with a shotgun.
Joey takes
the shop is closing up.
Make sure he takes all his right antlers. You can't leave anything.
All right, guys. Deer Shop Podcast, episode 128. This is the Brothers recap of the 2025 deer season here in Ohio and abroad, I guess, technically.
The season has ended.
The season is finally over. We apologize right off the rip. We did not get a podcast to you guys last week. I know there were some guys upset about that. We've been missing a couple. We've been missing more podcasts than I would like to.
A lot of people tuned in for your little update, though.
Yeah,
the normal audience tuned in for the update.
Yeah,
like the number of people.
Yep. It's just been a real busy time of year for us, and season's kind of winding down, and it's cold to come out here in the shop and record, to be honest with you. And we've been dealing with sicknesses all over multiple houses. And
the weather has been the worst it's been in 50 years.
So
60 years.
I have it written down. Today is the 4th day since January 23rd, and today is the 6th of February. It's the 4th day with a high over 20 degrees.
That's crazy.
Every other day it's at a high lower than 20 degrees. And the two coldest were -11 and -10 air temperatures. That's the coldest recorded air temperatures during that stretch was a couple weeks ago.
And I know we had that stretch of days with the high below 20. We had like 10 straight days.
Yeah. Insane.
And that was a record since 1968.
It snowed on the 23rd, and that snow has not melted since. And it just keeps getting added to.
It's basically snowed on Thanksgiving, and we've had snow. There's been like 1 or 2 days where there hasn't been snow on the ground.
Yeah, Christmas.
And that was it.
Yeah, it was muddy and wet during Christmas, and there's been snow on the ground otherwise. It was perfect late season hunting weather, if we're being honest.
Oh, yeah.
Freezing cold and snow. Unfortunately, the guys that were hunting late just weren't able to quite make it happen. But we're going to get into that for sure. A big issue that we've been having is water out here in the country. It's not something people think about, but we all have cisterns, and getting water with these negative temperatures has been all but impossible.
The trucks don't operate in this cold weather.
It's not very normal to have a cistern anymore, except like our area.
Well, and it's kind of like a dying thing. So all the people that deliver water are 80 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have to trudge out here in the snow, and they just don't want to do it.
The fill sites are frozen. So I was talking to the guys, one of the big reasons why there's a problem is because all the fill sites are frozen up. But yeah, this area, there's a lot of people that drilled wells like in the 80s, but the well water around here is real bad. Orange, hard water. And so people started, before that and then after that, if you weren't hydrated, cisterns are kind of the thing around here. But man, this cold weather sucks for it.
Some infrastructure in our town would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Gas.
Not a lot of water, a lot of oil.
Yeah, there's plenty of oil. I can push my finger down in the dirt and come up with some oil. They're flying drones looking for oil.
ODNR is flying drones up and down the road all week.
Yeah, they're going to be doing some digging and some patching here this spring, I think. So,
adding some roads into the properties.
yeah, there's a chance they might do some of ours, I believe. Of course,
get some gravel.
the wells that are a problem are real close to the road, so that's like good and bad at the same time. But yeah, there might be some new roads put in. If anybody wants to buy GoPros, if you're listening to this, I know there's been some people who have asked in the past because I've mentioned potentially selling some stuff. We are factually going to sell all of our GoPros, and we have 2 or 3 7s, and then
2 7s, an 8, 2 9s. I think that's what we have to sell.
yeah. So there's at least 5 GoPros that we're selling between 7 and 9. Gore might be selling one of his. Spaniel might be selling one of his.
And
Gore
you
has
get
like a
them-
12 or an 11.
You can get them dirt cheap because they don't work well for us hunting wise.
Yeah, so if you live anywhere, if you plan on using these GoPros anywhere where it's warm or during the spring and summer, you'll be fine.
Or for action sports, what they're designed for, not for the
Correct.
way we use them.
The way that we use these things, especially as it gets colder in the fall and the wintertime, the batteries on the GoPros just will not keep up with what we need.
It's like the whole camera freezes and the battery just immediately shits out.
Yeah. We were talking about in our group chat today, Spaniel and Gore both had GoPros with them when they were hunting this year while they killed their bucks and were unable to get any footage because the GoPro was dead before they could even do anything with it that day, which kind of sucks. But
Yeah, it sucks when you have everything set up to get good footage.
yeah,
You press record and then the camera doesn't record.
yeah,
No good.
It very, very much
Takes the
sucks.
joy out of it pretty
But
quickly.
we're going to switch to all DJIs. I used Ethan's in the late season a couple times. He used his, and they worked flawlessly. It was single-digit temperatures when Ethan and me hunted on the last day, and the DJI worked for everything we wanted it to do.
Because the cold also doesn't play well with the mirrorless camera batteries.
I was using your good ones at the end when I was filming Nick, and then the day I was filming Ethan, and they did pretty. I mean, I didn't have it connected to an external. We filmed the entire time on one battery, and there was still some power left. But the one day I filmed Nick, it was
Well, we also have some off-brand batteries, so you may have had an off-brand
Right.
battery.
the one day I filmed Nick. The camera died in like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
but
so-
then the other days they were fine. But yeah, batteries in the cold is just a problem. You know, if it was what I should have been doing and what I wanted to do but didn't, because all the stuff was here in the shop cold, and I was at my house when I was getting ready for hunting. I wanted to use an external battery because that would have solved our problems. When you're hunting late season with just a camera on a tripod, not moving it much, it's kind of easy to do. But
And we run into a huge problem here because the deer shop is not heated unless we're here.
yeah,
So all our gear and everything we leave out here stays in the weather. And when it's been -4 outside, it plays havoc.
Yeah, I don't think my bow has been inside the house since I bought it.
Probably not. It's probably not good for it.
Shoots fine.
well, ish.
Ish.
If you don't hit a tree.
Didn't you miss a deer
Did you
just
shoot
recently?
a deer in the head?
Yeah, we'll get.
My fault.
We're gonna get to
I
that.
didn't shoot it in the head. It's not the bow's fault.
Yeah, I mean, leave.
Anyway,
If anyone has an 1187 that they want to part with, specifically an older model, I'd be greatly interested. In
I've been looking for one too.
Brad got hold of me. He sent
What'd
me
he
a
say?
message. I don't know if
Good.
one of you guys poked him in the ribs.
Eh,
Yeah, but he got back to me. He said he says they only get in about one a year.
yeah.
So
Of used ones?
BMT is looking for or is keeping an eye out for
BNT.
BMT
You gotta look on the auctions too.
and yeah,
You just got to get on Gunbroker and buy one.
Well,
Because the
we'll
newer
keep an eye
one-
on the auctions
the older ones are better than the newer ones when it comes to the 1187
because they're not plastic.
Anything made by Remington in the past 10 years is shit. Because they sold out to some, I don't know if it's Brazilian or
I'd prefer a
Chinese
Mossberg
company.
way over a Remington, but that's me.
I wanted a Remington 1187 all-purpose for field use.
Wingmaster.
Maybe I have to get
Not necessarily wing. It doesn't have to have any of the fancy engraving or nothing. It can be one of the steel, gun blue colored ones. It doesn't need to be crazy, but
I'll have to get into that. I don't know what guns are made in the U.S. anymore besides like custom
ARs.
niche.
Yeah, probably not.
Like
a lot.
I don't think any Remington Mossberg, any of those are made unless you're in like the super high end ones.
Probably not. That's why I want an older one.
Mossbergs are.
Are you sure?
No.
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 Do you make any gun parts at your job, Luke, or no?
I mean,
For the German.
no, we don't.
Make Panzer tank engines.
Last week, the last podcast that we had, we were getting ready for the chili cook-off, which went really well. Our chili won People's Choice.
Jay's famous chili recipe, which it is so good.
It is
very good.
It is very good. It's very hearty and
Very
sweet.
Hearty and sweet.
We won People's Choice. That's the second time we won People's Choice. We won People's Choice when you made bear chili the one year as well, I believe. So we're destined to forever win People's
Jay
Choice.
has a golden ladle now.
Yeah, you have one here somewhere, and Jay has.
The new ones look nicer.
Well, yours is 5 years old and beat up. The guy who beat us and got first place was Tony Bianca.
He's like a head chef.
He's the
somewhere.
head chef at
restaurant?
Serenity, like Culinary
Sounds
Institute.
fancy.
Yeah, yeah.
He makes prosciutto.
He makes a lot of stuff out of pork.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, someone said he had like champion pigs. That's what he made the chili out
He
of.
has some kind of weird French pig or something.
Correct. Correct. He who must not be named has been making the rounds lately in social media. He's getting a replica made of his poached deer.
I don't even want to talk about it because it bothers me.
How fucked up is it that
unbelievable.
he's able to get a replica? Whoever makes him this replica
Should be banned.
is an asshole. I mean, fuck.
Okay, we gotta assume that he's gonna be able to. Never mind.
Well, they can
It
make
doesn't
these
matter.
replicas just from pictures. It's not like he's doing an actual replica where he makes a cast of the antlers. He's just making it from pictures and measurements.
He'll add an inch here and an inch there to make it look even bigger.
So this dickhead,
I just love how he gets on social media and actively campaigns for.
I hate how
against people.
trolls everybody.
I hate how people love the attention. Like people love giving him the attention.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we're doing
Like
right
we're
this
doing,
second.
like we're
and I
doing right
don't
now.
like
Well,
it.
I'm not gonna say his name, so
There's
That's
50
true.
people a day that watch our podcast about him still to this day,
still to this day.
regardless.
It's wild that
So he got
has
such a-
defenders,
And he
has
got
people
such
who
a
defend
slap
him.
on the wrist, and he's going to be able to sit in his house, trailer, whatever he lives in, and have that deer. It's not that deer because that deer was confiscated, but have that deer on his wall.
I mean,
And he'll probably be able to hunt in a couple
10
years, right?
10 years no hunting.
10 years?
43,000 in fines.
He said
Not really a slap on the wrist, but still,
He said he was hunting.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you a secret.
he's gonna hunt Kansas. Yeah, he's probably still hunting. He's probably hunted this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
He said he's hunting Kansas.
he already
I
broke
was-
the biggest laws there are.
right.
What's one more?
Yeah, well, and that's how it works. This is the United States, so state laws don't transfer to other states usually, unless you're breaking a law between both states, like some of our other favorite social media people have done.
Yeah, I have a list, and I hate to give this person credit, but Hunt Quietly, Matt Ranella had a list the other day, and I screenshot it of all the hunting celebrities
That have gotten in trouble.
that have gotten in trouble. It's a pretty extensive list.
My boy is going down hard.
Your boy is fucked.
I just read that the other day. Like
so
he's
he
getting-
hasn't been found guilty of anything yet, but the charges against him are bad.
Even if half of them get thrown out, he's still screwed. We
Because,
talked about this last week on the podcast.
because money was involved.
so it looks like he just hunted and didn't care, right?
No, the biggest problem is he shot a mule deer in the wrong unit, which is a big problem. Trophy mule deer, huge problem. But then he shot a wolf in the wrong unit, claimed he shot it in another unit and got a financial reward for it. So you shoot you shoot wolves in certain units out there, they'll pay you for them, like a bounty.
Oh,
So he shot a wolf allegedly in a different unit, said he shot it in this one where the bounty is higher, collected that bounty. And they're
shame on
saying
him.
they're saying it was he hasn't been found guilty yet. I'm bummed out about it because I really like watching his stuff.
His buddy got in trouble for shooting a wolf too.
Many years ago, yeah. Same. Well, he got in trouble for shooting
He didn't have a tag or something.
he shot a wolf it was a wolf or a cat, one of the two. That then
think it was a wolf.
It deemed his elk tag invalid because you can use that elk tag for the wolf. So instead of driving to town to get another elk tag, he just shot his elk and then drove to town and got the tag afterwards. This is back when
Didn't
you
he
could just
turn
buy
himself
tags.
in?
Yeah,
He felt bad.
maybe someone blackmailed him.
We can say these guys' name. We did last week.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Brian Call and
Brian Lampers,
Brian Lampers.
Ryan Lampers.
Ryan Lampers and Brian Call.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sucks. There's some other guys that are going down soon, hopefully. And I say that, I guess I say that it sounds bad. There's a group of guys that is probably going down soon. There's been some rumors going around. And
Speculation.
there's been some charges filed, I guess. And I hope that if they did truly break the law like it said they did, I hope they do go down hard because they were pretty arrogant and were able to do some really good things in a short period of time. But if you're able to do that illegally, that's completely invalidated.
And they
not following.
They monetized it as well.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
Like our guy from Iowa said that the hunters have the inability to self-regulate.
Yeah.
And it also comes with breaking the law. Usually hunters don't turn in other hunters. Hunters aren't going to turn themselves in. So when one breaks the law and actually gets caught, it's kind of a good thing to see, I think.
yeah. Especially guys that are using social media to get famous and drag their dicks around, and then you find out that they were poaching the entire time or obtaining footage and deer illegally. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
man.
it's like finally a win for the good guys.
Yeah.
Because how many, this is an answer you'll never have, how many wildlife violations are never found out about? Probably 99% of them.
75% at least. Because,
At least.
Because 75% of hunters are dirtbags.
How many do we commit? We don't know it. We commit.
Oh, that's happened before. Like not wearing an orange hat in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like
And
shit.
put it
Like
on- put it
yeah. I
online.
mean, no one's infallible. Well, we've been in trouble.
Yeah, squirrel hunting when you're 12 and
The
you're
game
not
warden
wearing an
showed
orange
up here
vest.
for shit before. But we're not going out purposely breaking any game laws, especially now.
Definitely not trying to profit from it.
Yeah. Anyone that's watching on YouTube, or if you're a subscriber on YouTube, find a way to go to Spotify or Apple and follow there. Even if you don't listen to a ton of podcasts, just having the followers really helps the algorithm out, because we have way more on YouTube than the other platforms. But we are sometime this summer potentially, and or maybe towards fall, we'll probably cross over the 500,000 podcast views all time. We're getting close to 500,000. It's like 428,000, I think.
Which is cool. And we're up over 2 million regular
Yeah,
video views?
this fall we might hit 3 million regular video views too. So
I think, if I remember looking at it right, we're getting close to 1 million watch hours on YouTube.
Tens of followers giving us those
Yeah,
views.
so almost 1 million watch hours.
But we do appreciate it. We've had some instances recently where we've run into some guys in the wild.
That's everything? Yeah. 500,000 watch hours. Yeah.
We've ran into some people in the wild that recognize us from the videos. It's kind of a cool thing.
Ooh, I'm almost at 500,000 views on my channel.
Yeah.
Are you?
The Leaky
Yeah.
John Boat. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit later.
Yeah, we're going to.
We got some stuff we need to talk about with the Leaky John Boat Company. All right, comments real quick. JCR, I appreciate you guys keeping it real. Lots of great commentary on this one. Keep it up. Great work.
What was that on?
One of the 3 recent podcasts. So, thank you, JCR. Jay Stoops, Baseball 4, and the Ashland Fireboys. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Maybe we'll talk about you later.
Caleb's haters.
Maybe we won't. We'll see. Maybe. James Lindenhall, 840. Skippy, you MAGA maggot Trump boot-looking idiot. That was the comment.
He's talking about
Someone said that?
Talking about Skip.
Oh,
To someone else?
to the Iowa guy we had on.
Yep. Let me repeat that.
Skip slide.
Skippy,
They don't like him?
MAGA maggot Trump boot-looking idiot.
Because he did get a little political on the podcast at one point, which we usually try to stay away.
Oh, because it's so tiring.
People,
it's so
they know our political views. Like, we don't need to really talk about it. But he kind of pushed one little topic, and we're like, yeah. It's not going to do us any good to talk about politics.
Sure ain't. I'm anti-politics on this podcast. This is about hunting and drinking,
I'm anti-politics in general.
fishing,
Killing bucks,
killing bucks, hopefully birds,
hopefully.
catching walleyes.
Talk about that at the end.
Dale Hayslip 5008. Kirk Price does some great bear videos. Them boys put in the work in them West Virginia mountains. They do. For everything I've ever talked smack about Kirk Price's thumbnails, his bear hunt videos are top.
His videos are awesome. His audience is huge, but I hate AI thumbnails.
Yeah, AI thumbnails. Boo! You're putting people out of work. It's lazy to do AI thumbnails.
Ooh, they're coming to kill us all.
They are coming to kill us all. 39 million gallons of water a day to make your thumbnails.
Try
I
to
can't
buy-
even get water in my house. No water for my house, but you're using 39.
Go try to buy some computer chips,
Yeah.
some RAM, some graphics cards. The price is insane. I'm going to break my computer down and sell it because I can make $1 million.
Yeah, my desktop at home is probably worth $1 million.
So,
Boo AI.
yeah, not to get off on a tangent, but if you go to buy a laptop now, it has graphics cards from like 5 to 10 years ago in them because all the newest ones are being bought by the AI centers.
It's just 39 million gallons of water a day.
I wonder how much silver they're using.
A lot.
Well, the price of gold and silver is going way up.
Yeah,
And then
up
it
and
went
down.
down.
Bitcoin's going way down.
It went up and then down.
How's your stock doing?
It made money today.
Which one?
For you or for the rest of us that bought
I
later?
bought some of that.
For those who don't know, we are sophisticated day traders now.
Yeah, something like that. Spend our lunch money.
Translation, I take like $10 and go find the cheapest penny stocks that are available on Robinhood that are trending, and I just buy like 25 shares of it.
Haven't we talked about that on the podcast before? How somebody from huntingnet.com
Told me to buy Bitcoin when it was $7.
Yep. What was his name?
Could you imagine?
I can't. Oh, it was.
He was like the hippie guy.
Yeah, what was his name?
Now he's laughing.
It wasn't
at us.
Quicksilver. It was a different one.
No, younger guy.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Anyways,
Told me to buy Bitcoin when it was at $7.
which we couldn't because we were 14.
Yeah.
The fuck's a Bitcoin?
That would have been something.
That would have been something.
But to the random guy out there who may be listening from all those years ago who told me to buy Bitcoin, I didn't, and I should.
On internet forum, before Facebook, before MySpace, before
That's when we jumped in cars with strangers, went across the country after meeting guys on the internet.
To shoot bows and sleep in tents with them.
Which they all ended up being pretty cool dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, the Justin's video's out. Jay-Z.
His new one?
Or Die.
I didn't watch
it. It was
his
like
new one.
maybe a week or two, a couple weeks ago. But
The other one was good.
Season.
We had to give him crap for the single bevel broadhead crap
yeah.
on his Iowa. Iowa?
Single bevel. Boo.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
boo.
He shot a deer,
Boo.
didn't bleed. Perfect shot.
Boo. Matt Ivancic, Make Ohio Great Again. Real original title, Caleb. It's a guy from work. Big Democrat. Big Democrat. Not that we're political. Tone 4978. I'm with you guys on everything but the steroids in baseball. I'm out. Laugh out loud. I guarantee that if you hopped on some gear, you would never hit the home runs that Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire.
Oh, I saw that comment.
Sammy
What's that have to do with
Sosa.
anything?
But if Francisco Lindor jumped on steroids, maybe he would be able to.
Yeah, that's right. I know that
Not me.
I on steroids would not be great at baseball. But if you take someone who's really good at baseball, like Jose or Frankie Lindor, one of those younger guys, it's like kind of a power hitter but small.
Yeah.
Put him on gear like Bonds, his numbers would go from 35 to 40 to 60,
107
for sure, because they can make contact. You know, imagine putting a guy like who's our center fielder, Asian guy.
Stephen Kwan left field.
Put Quan on gear. That dude can make contact with the ball like crazy. But he's just 110 pounds.
So our reference was valid. Thank you very much.
It was in reference to, what was the comment?
Crossbows and corn.
I didn't
No,
listen to
drones.
this podcast.
Oh, drones. Yeah.
Drones are the steroids in baseball. So like it's a new technology. When steroids jumped on the scene in baseball, all these guys went on them. They weren't sure about the legalities. There was secrecy. Things blew up. Everything got easy. And then baseball was like, whoa. We got to take that back. It's way too much. That's what drones are. Eventually, I feel like they will reel the drones in and we will be.
I don't think they will.
No, they will.
I think there are states that have done it. So it'll happen.
Ohio makes so much money off people hunting and they
I
take
got
drones
an
away.
email-
People stop
Recreational
hunting.
drones.
They may take drones away completely because of DJI. Now another company would step in.
Yeah.
But there's a bill right now in the state, not to talk politics again, that's going to outlaw DJI drones if it passes.
It's been there for 2 years.
But this is new.
Oh, it's
like this one's on the floor.
Travis Shuttleworth. We need to have a talk about baiting. Putting food out for the deer intrinsically is not a negative to the herd. Dumping nothing but corn for a couple months a year for the purpose of high grading bucks, that's a problem. I feed my deer corn, roasted soybeans, sunflower kernels, grain pellets, and mineral sites all year round. I've been doing it since COVID, and the evidence is very obvious that it's helping the deer herd. I've never hunted over it either, though, because if the deer are nervous to go there, then it's not going to help them as much. I treat the feed sites like a sanctuary.
So this is like the Iowa method.
Yeah, you can feed
Like
in the
Skip
off-
said that they feed in the off season to supplement the deer and make them healthier and hardier, but they can't hunt over it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean
Ohio's the opposite.
the two big negatives of the corn thing from a biological standpoint, not how it affects the hunting, is when you dump just a ton of corn in a short period of time for deer to get through a bad winter, and then they rely on that corn pile, and their nutritional intake sometimes can suffer. They found that has killed some deer, not a ton.
Well, and right now,
But then the rotten corn left over is what hurts the turkeys and the quail and the anti-floxins.
and it's just got to be so many deer eating in such a small area. Like that's not natural. It's like cattle.
Right. There's these jerk offs, not this guy, it's Travis Shuttleworth, you're not the jerk off. But then there's these jerk offs you'll see on like Facebook forums and stuff. They'll be like, well, they're eating the same spot in a food plot. It's no different. They're licking the licking branch. There has never been in the history of food plots 27 deer eating from a 4-foot square pile for 2 hours straight. Like
Every day for 3 months.
That's a ridiculous statement. We have great food plots that have a ton of deer activity. They're constantly moving through the food plot, browsing along. Yes, they will lick the same places another deer is licked, but it's no comparison to what a bait pile is. Like none whatsoever.
There's some studying that needs to go on right now with this snow that's been sitting for so long. Because I see fields, especially cut soybean fields, no action in them right now.
Yeah, nothing.
Cut cornfields, not a whole lot. What is the field behind? Not going to say the name.
Don't say the name.
Farm just west of yours where you're looking for Will's deer. The field's behind his house.
Alfalfa.
That's alfalfa.
Same as back here.
Crushed.
Because they are completely crushed. You can see it from the road. Hundreds of yards away, you can see the whole field's completely...
Yeah. They're digging through to get to our brassicas right now, and then our alfalfa fields are getting dug through.
The bean field behind my house has some deer tracks, like people, like the deer, like hauling the snow out of the way.
If you drive by this field, there's not...
Oh, I believe it.
1 foot of undisturbed snow.
And
so like shed hunt that.
Even though a cornfield that has been harvested, right, like there's just not going to be... at this time of year, there's not going to be that much corn left in there. You're just going to have it eaten all. It's going to be all eaten up.
This year, when they cut a lot of corn super early this year, they went in and hammered that. They ate what all the leftover corn was there.
There's browse in there from grasses and stuff growing too, though.
Yeah.
Fresh grasses, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those little miniature tomatoes that grow.
Yeah.
What are those?
Yellow things?
Yeah.
They're onions.
I don't know what those
Oh, the little tomatoes? I don't know.
Yeah.
what
like a
they
little
are.
bush thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
Matt Walters. Freeman sent me here, and I'm glad he did. Really enjoyed listening to your content. Love that it's just honest, down-to-earth deer talk. The fact that it's local is a huge bonus. Keep doing what you're doing. Best of luck as the season winds down. Thank you, Matt Walters.
I don't know.
Waters.
Waters.
Matt Walters? Waters?
Don't
Walters. Speaking of Freeman.
Oh, boy.
Holy shit.
Bother.
I won't give up too much, but he would just not let it go. Rightly so. That a deer that he knew about. I can't say he was after him, but a deer that he knew about that he was very interested in for next year, and a deer that lived in one of the farms he hunted was potentially poached. And he went incredibly private eye, Sherlock Holmes, like insane to find out information about this deer. And I do believe as of this recording that he has it completely figured out and the situation is being taken care of.
We're not saying there was any wrongdoing.
No, my hope is that whoever is in possession of this deer now, that person, hopefully we're able to have him on and talk about the whole thing, because this deer was huge for one. Insane.
And that does open up a little bit of a discussion with, so say a deer is poached, or you think a deer was poached and you do some investigating and you find this out, like how far do you go in order for like the people that broke the law to come to justice? Yeah,
because at the end of the day, like the guys sitting here at this table, we still have no offense, Jimmy, but we still have a little bit of FTP in us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Fuck the feds. But we can't.
Just like everybody, you're driving on the highway and you see a statey, you're not
you slam on the brakes and slow down. Yeah.
Everybody's driving too fast.
You put your beer way down. I'm kidding. But yeah,
don't drive on the highway with beer. That's silly.
It makes sense that we can't let people willingly, blatantly poach deer, especially big ones in the area that people have spent time trying to kill, and get away with it. We're not saying anything went wrong in this situation, but he definitely, Freeman definitely rubbed some guys the wrong way while investigating. But I guess I don't see the harm in doing the investigation as long as you're not accusing people,
wrongfully,
inappropriately. I hope this deer was.
You got to be careful on accusing people.
Yeah,
of
right.
anything.
Because if someone accused us of one of our bucks we killed that we posted, we're gonna be pissed. Really pissed.
Well, luckily, we are not that we are exonerated, but luckily we can always pretty much show exactly what we've done because we
filmed everything. We can show you exactly where it happened.
We also knew this deer was not taken. It wasn't taken in
whether
a legitimate way.
Yeah,
but it wasn't taken. Friday of gun season, and then he showed everyone his photo in the back of his truck.
Well, we had it from the most important source of them all. I say we, Freeman. We didn't know. The guy sitting at this table did very, very little research in this situation. We just asked a few questions.
Some say none.
Yeah. I did ask a couple people I knew what
just out of curiosity's sake.
Right. And we got a lot of flack on that for, there was guys that instantly were like, oh, you tell them fucking podcasters, you tell them, you tell them. We weren't doing it for that. Ryan was the one invested. Obviously, we're interested because it's a really big buck. We were hoping that we were hoping it was found that this deer was ethically recovered, taken, whatever the situation was, that we can get the guy on, talk to him, or at least, eventually Ryan will be able to build a relationship possibly because they're hunting in the same area. And we'll talk more about that here in a minute. But
yeah, and the ODNR can tell you, or they know, if a deer like this is checked, because when you check a deer in, you have to say how many points it was.
And we were told that it was not checked in at all.
So this deer had, I don't know, 20 some points probably.
Yeah, 18 to 20, 26.
So the game warden knows that there was no deer checked in
right
with that many points in that area.
And it all started because I'll do the story real quick without giving away too much. Ryan got a Velvet trail camera video of this buck, and it was like, holy shit. After a week of looking at it, he found out it was a deer that he had a couple years ago. And the deer a couple years ago was not, it was just a very unimpressive 130 class, 140 class buck, like a shooter, but not a 26 point. But he just added some shit and went crazy. And then months went by, and from another source that is unrelated to where he even hunts, he was at a guy's house or something. He came across a picture of the deer dead, just his skull bleach sitting in the yard.
Euro mounted.
And this deer, there's no way that it wasn't this deer. The similarities are, it's when you have 26 points, there's only so many ways those points can go. So he found out that the deer was in fact dead, and then started going down the rabbit hole of who killed it. And then he found out that no one had ever tagged it in, and it went from there. And hopefully we'll get resolution on that story, and we'll be able to.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
I would love to bring the story.
I want to see the deer.
I want to hold the rat.
I want to see the measurements on it.
I'll shake the guy's hand who found it. We love finding deadheads. Anyone listening in Ohio, this is what you have to do. If you find a deadhead any time of year, hit by a car during shed season or during hunting season, whenever you come across a dead buck, take a picture of it, go on the ODNR list of game wardens, call that number first, see if you can get a hold of him. If not, it might give you a cell phone to get to or to leave a voicemail. Do that. If you can get his cell phone number for the game warden, send the game warden the picture, tell them where you're at, who you are, where you found it, and they will send you a little slip because we have a whole giant stack of them in the other room over there, and your head is now yours legally. You can do whatever you want with it, but you have to do that.
Also, you can call the State Highway Patrol and the Sheriff's Department, right? If it's an accident.
The State Highway Patrol will give you one. The Sheriff's Department will give you one, especially if it's an accident. They will for sure give you one.
If you hit a deer and you want to take it home, you need to get a tag.
You have to get a tag for every buck that has antlers connected to the skull. If you find a shed, you don't need to do that. But if you find any deer in any state of decomposition, it could be 5 years old and half rotten, and you want to keep it legally, you have to do that. I know that's a pain in the ass. Fuck the police, blah, blah, blah. No one wants big government. But all of these things can be avoided if you just do that.
That is so when the game warden goes to Farmer Joe's house and sees his barn has 30 dead big bucks in it, they can see if those were legally taken, not legally taken. Because someone could have 30 mounts that they poached in their backyard. Nobody would know.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
They're uncovering all the time.
This is just some way for the game wardens to get a little bit ahead of the poaching.
Well, what they end up doing, what I've noticed is the game warden's not going around looking for deadheads to charge people with.
No.
What happens is when they run across these poachers and they go back to their barn and find 37 heads without tags, then they
like, hey,
take
it for each one.
Which ones are legal, which ones aren't? Can you prove it?
Speaking of drama, I had a nice run-in with Vito at the gas station, and not a lot of people know what I'm talking about, but some will. Good conversation. Freeman is that group of guys, and if they're listening, they know who they are, and if you're one of our people, you know who I'm talking about. They were also involved in said situation. They were not the culprits, we don't believe. They were invested in hunting the same deer. Freeman has been brokering some common ground between us. And that's a good thing.
Deer Wars. Hashtag Deer Wars.
Yeah, hashtag Deer Wars. I'm all for it. It's tough. Some people will never understand it, but when you are in an area, invested into these properties for multiple years, own these properties, been hunting these areas, it is very hard to share information with others during that time, and it creates friction with a lot of people.
It all turns into a lot of friendly competition and sometimes unfriendly competition. We'd like to keep it all friendly competition, but sometimes it gets a little ugly.
Yeah, it just unfortunately creates friction. We will be friendly with anyone. We will help anybody out. But when situations start to get a little smelly, and when they do at times, we might we might clam up a little bit. And we're not going to share a lot of deer information with strangers, especially during the season. That's just not going to happen. But, if you ever need help, if you're hunting close to us, you need help tracking. If you want, like we allowed multiple people on our property this year to track deer that they shot. Yeah. Because we're never going to let you just have a deer rot in the woods. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Chris Brackett.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to talk about him anymore.
Why not?
He's mentally unstable, hurt his feelings. He's going to do bad things.
You're right.
But I'm glad common ground's being found with some of this stuff. # deer wars.
Speaking of poaching,
It's going to make for a good deer season next year.
I mean, there's a lot of good things for the deer season next year. Holy shit.
I saw a picture of the one who shall not be named and Odie and R next to each other.
Shall not be named.
And it said, if you kill a mouse in your house without a hunting license, you're technically a poacher. And I think it was defending the one who shall not be named. And I was just tired of it.
He has defenders.
A lot
of defenders.
Well, if he would have killed on his own property, it wouldn't have been poaching, but he didn't.
That's true.
He trespassed. Big difference.
Any of our firefighting buddies, especially our volunteer guys, if you want to check out a new YouTube channel, check out Tested Between the Tones on Facebook and YouTube. A couple local guys that have started something new and they're trying to grow it up a little bit. So we'll throw them a shout out if you're into that kind of thing.
We need tools from them.
Does your volume get turned down? Because I can't hear you.
We need some tools from them.
There we go. Yeah. Well, they're not selling tools. They're just
testing tools.
Testing
tools.
They're buying tools and testing them on doing YouTube reviews. All right. That's the end of the business.
Business done.
Business is done.
Yeah, 35 minutes in.
5 minutes
Goodness.
in. I told you business was going to be long in the beginning, didn't I?
Borningham Matt's going to complain.
He's going to send us a Snapchat Monday at 8 a.m. Who cares about the comments?
35 minutes of us talking about local stuff.
If you don't care,
better than 35 minutes of them talking about products.
If you don't care about,
may or may not use on their.
If you don't care about the comments, you wouldn't be listening to our podcast in February.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyone who's listening now is invested,
and we appreciate it. Thank you.
We do appreciate it. Deer season's over, guys.
Sadly,
toast.
No, deer season has just begun.
Mine's been over
year.
since gun season.
Yeah,
thank God.
Let's talk about the final night of the season.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we're going to. We're going to for sure.
Rough.
Ethan gave up. Didn't give up. Ethan.
I don't think there's any other word for it.
Ethan decided
stopped hunting that deer.
Ethan decided towards the end of the season we needed to get some meat in the freezer and have a more realistic hunting situation. So he moved on from Moby at the end of the year. 60 sits, 30 of which were deerless, and 1 encounter later.
Yep.
Low density deer numbers.
So we hunted together on the last day of season here at the home farm to kill some does. And it was a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time.
No does were slayed.
But deer were killed.
Yeah, deer were killed.
Deer were killed. The deer did not come in early. Let's paint the picture. It was snowy. It was cold. It was really cold. Probably single digits.
Yeah.
Single digits, close to 0 that night. We had a group of deer. We had a couple of the fawns make their way to the pile first. We were doing some corn pile hunt in the late season.
My favorite kind of late season hunt.
Yeah. We had the fawns make their way in first, kind of early, and then later, and we watched a buck feed for a while, a couple 100 yards to our south in the swamp, and then we watched another group of deer come out of a bedding area a couple 100 yards to our north and make it into the big woods. But eventually, a group of does made their way in slowly. We were filming with the fancy cameras, doing fancy 4K 120 stuff, and got a perfect broadside shot at a mega mature doe at about how many yards?
Ended up being like 35.
I was filming. Ethan was shooting.
And so we had the pile lined up, and they walked in the window, but they walked too far, so there's overhanging branches, so I couldn't take the shot that I wanted to originally. They were just too deep into the pile. So they came clear, what I thought was clear at the time. Yeah. Ended up not being clear because I hit a branch pretty close to the blind, probably 5 yards from.
Yeah, I'm surprised that happened. You must have been out focusing with your eyes.
Because I was focused on the deer, so I was looking at 35 yards away.
And we didn't know what happened at first.
Yeah, I thought I just missed.
Yeah, Ethan does this thing when he gets upset where he just clams up, kind of like he just like after the shot, he's just like, dang it, like, without saying anything. But on review of said video, this broadside shot had mega doe.
Yeah.
Mega doe. It went right clean underneath her belly. But yeah, there was a stick went flipping through the air right
Hit
past
something
the blind.
major right out the rip.
Yeah. And then the thing was they only ran off about 80 yards.
Yeah.
Every deer stopped, 4 or 5 in view, and then they slowly started making their way back in.
The fawns came first,
Yep.
but then they went down the ridge,
Yep.
which should have been clue number 1.
Yeah, that should have been our clue.
And then the doe that we thought we never lost eyes on came down the ridge, but instead of going right down the ridge,
She rode the lip.
came left towards us and got into my shooting window again.
So we only had 2 windows of the blind open, just the 2 corners. They're real thin windows, and they were only open halfway. So we did not have very good field of view for these hunts. You can't this time of year.
Yeah.
You can't have good field of view.
And I never put my bow down. I never took my binos out to look at this deer because we thought
Mistake number 1.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's kind of looking back, if we were proper hunters, we should have at least glassed it real quick. But we were assuming it was still the first group of does that came in, and because this deer had been in our view the entire time.
Yeah, never
and
came
every descriptor of this deer was the exact one that he just missed. You know, she was coming in. Coming in alert, big body.
Yeah. It got to where I missed the first doe and
sniffing.
stopped and smelled the arrow.
Yeah, so we didn't even, I never even put the camera down. We were still filming. I was filming the entire time. So we assumed that it was the big doe had just come back, and the second shot was 10 ring perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 ring.
Whacker through the shoulder.
Killed the shit out of
Yeah,
it.
complete pass through, double lung.
Blood squirt.
Them
Beautiful slow motion video, like everything you could ask for in a late season shot.
Yeah. Those Schwackers do a good job.
I do love the Schwackers.
Mm-hmm. And then you come back to the shop and we're watching the video. We're like,
But we got up to the deer.
Well,
guys
so
knew. We
the
didn't.
deer ran off. Me and Ethan are just kind of laughing a little bit in the blind, like having a good time. It's getting pretty dark at this point. Still legal shooting, but pretty dark. There was a full moon that night.
so you didn't know until you went up to it?
No, so we're like all happy. We're like, hell yeah!
I know if
man.
you
Like,
look
I
at
think
the
you
video.
10 ringed it, and we're just kind of sitting there. And I set the camera down, and then like it had probably only been 4 or 5 minutes. Ethan's like, whoa, deer at the pile, and I'm like,
and there was a bigger doe and a smaller doe.
yeah, there's a big doe and a small doe at the pile. The small doe was actually in the back, and I'm like, oh shit! So like I hand Ethan the camera. I grab my bow. I had to adjust my sight to 30 because the pile. We knew what the range was. The one tree behind the pile is at 35, so it was a couple yards in front of the pile. So I was pretty confident in it. I was able to get drawn back. Ethan's filming perfectly, but I was on the right chair shooting out the left window, so I had like one cheek on the seat, leaned over. I was leaning over top of Ethan, paying attention to where my cam was because my cam was up like pretty much against his leg.
on my leg.
So I didn't want to hit his leg with the shot. And as I was lining my sight up, and I was wearing gloves on my shooting hand at this point and only because I was filming with 2 hands prior to this. Normally I do not shoot with a glove on, but I had my gloves on when I drew back. As I was lining the sight up and down, I accidentally squeezed the trigger, and the shot was actually perfect left and right, but it was high on the deer's body, and I gave it one hell of a haircut. Hair went flying everywhere with that Schwacker. And it just rode the top of the back, and definitely not lethal. Deer survived. In review of that video, it was a button buck. God,
Yeah, so we're going to have a really wise button buck next year.
we just spent 3 episodes talking about how to manage Ohio's deer, and we're just shooting antlerless deer like crazy. On the last
So you
I
guys-
don't think
and it's not, and I wasn't the only one that did it this year.
Yeah.
ridding a 1.5-year-old buck off the property is not the worst thing.
It's the 3.5-year-olds we don't want killed.
Yeah, hypocritical of us for sure, but true. I would rather have.
So you went up to Ethan's deer.
Yeah, we tracked it. The blood trail is pretty good for the snow. If it was like wet, packable snow, the blood trail would have been way better.
This
That
was
powder
frosty
snow,
powder.
The blood was sinking, but it was still pretty easy to follow. We get up to it, and Ethan just starts laughing like crazy. And right when he started laughing, I knew what that meant. I'm like, God,
Shed buck.
dang it, it's a shed buck.
And
Tiny little pet.
We think we found the shed.
Yeah, we think we found one of his sheds. I mean, it was a year and a half.
Year-and-a-half-year-old shed.
I'm going to take it to the Moxie's party.
So they come back. We watch the video. We're like, yeah, that's a buck for sure.
Yeah, and mine was definitely a button buck. But
Yeah, when you blew up on the 65-inch TV, you could definitely tell that.
yeah, it's kind of a
You should
little.
have bought them binoculars you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of an unfair, it's not unfair, but when we're reviewing these videos in perfect 4K slow-mo on a 60-inch TV, it's really obvious what these deer are. But when you're in the hunting situation, as anyone knows, it's just not as
Yeah, it's not quite as fair. Which it's not the first time we've done it as a group, but it probably won't be the last.
We had been able to get through the season pretty clean. You know, not a lot of we didn't have. I don't know if we had any unrecovered deer, did we? Besides what I'm going to talk about here in a minute, but we had. I don't think we had any unrecovered deer, and we had one accidental button buck kill. Luke shot a button buck during rifle season, accidentally, but it was a pretty unsloppy season.
My buck was a different buck than I thought it was.
Yeah, so these things happen. We are realistic about it. Yeah, obviously. There's a lot that could be made fun of.
And we also talked about this is why the season needs to end a little earlier too.
So that's, to me, that's huge. The season definitely.
This season needs to end after muzzleloader season.
Yeah,
which is the second weekend in January.
I don't see why we're giving ourselves this opportunity to do what we just did, and we're pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? We're aware when we're hunting about what's happening and what deer we're shooting, and we still have made some. Every single person sitting at this table this year, for as much hunting as we do, made a mistake and shot the wrong deer at one.
Because I'm sure every year in Ohio, there's a couple big mature bucks that get shot that last week or two.
Yeah.
Without antlers.
Nick did it once. Shot a big one that had no antlers on the last day on accident. It's a complete accident. Luke shot a button buck on accident during rifle. Isaac shot the wrong buck during rifle. Ethan shot a shed buck, and I shot at a button buck on accident.
And we're not hiding any of it.
No,
it's all on video for the world to see.
Which, if you're listening to this podcast, the video should be out. I will have it. I should have it edited up and ready.
It's gonna be out Sunday.
Sunday morning. Yeah, I should be. Should be ready to go Sunday morning.
How long about is it?
I don't know. I'm only a quarter of the way done editing it, so.
I'm not in it because I didn't hunt after gun season.
No, you did not hunt after gun season. You're not in it at all.
Which is fine. It was cold.
It was so
very cold.
We've already talked at length about my season.
We've talked about all of our seasons.
This
is kind of to wrap up the end.
So my season, to recreate what I did this year is going to be impossible next year. So I got to not chase my highs on that. Next year I'm going to go into things with a realistic mindset and hope I get an opportunity.
Is it impossible?
At a good deer.
I don't think it's impossible.
It's not impossible, but to expect to do it again, I wouldn't expect that.
So just looking back in history, opening weekend, big buck encounters on food sources, almost every year, one of us has had a big encounter that first weekend.
And, I have it written down here, actually.
At least the first weekend or two.
Next year, our hunting on our farms, our farm and our permission farms, our farms and our farms and our permission farms, the early season hunting should be nothing short of incredible. There's going to be soybeans and alfalfa fucking everywhere. Food plots with 6 or 7 returning mature bucks. There's just no reason why our hunting should not be
great,
absolutely phenomenal next year early season
in Kentucky,
which is good because I would love to finish off the season. Or I would love to start off the season the way we did this year, to get 1 or 2 mature bucks killed early.
That would be lovely. What date did you shoot yours on?
20-something, 6.
It says it up here, 22nd.
About the third, fourth weekend.
Yeah, but I'm just very much looking forward to.
Yeah, early season kills.
Your crops, Luke, going to be rotated out?
Crops will be rotated. We're going to have to take
the
textbook and look at it and see what the deer are going to be doing. What we think they're going to be doing.
So those two fields are always just opposite?
They flip every year, which isn't a big deal. It's the neighbor's field that flips. Yeah, so the big deal.
So the other one, the big one.
The big one that's not on the property I hunt.
What's that going to be?
Beans.
That's good, though.
It's not good for me.
Well,
all the deer are in there.
You be hunting home.
You can hunt up against it. The deer are going to be betting on yours.
Yeah,
and going.
And the people that hunt that aren't super serious, right? They never
I don't
kill
know.
any deer.
I don't know that though.
That you know of.
Yeah, I need to run into them. If you're listening, you have no idea who I am, and you have no idea who you are. But if you're listening,
reach out.
Stop by one day.
Yeah,
I think the biggest contributing factor to the way my early season went and the way our farm went this year was the lack of pressure, just because of us just generally being busier than we were when we were younger, pre-kids, pre-houses, pre-real jobs.
And holy shit, the old man got a propane furnace. He
yep. No more cutting firewood.
No more cutting firewood. Oh,
he's going to totally let Kyle go back there and cut firewood all year.
I know.
It's going to get even better. But just that lack of pressure really was evident this year. My buck was day walking the day, like a lot up until the opening week. The deer he was with was day walking a lot, got killed by a neighbor. Rut came in, another buck moved into the farm, day walking a lot, 150 class whitetail, killed by a neighbor. Those are all good things. That means the deer were doing what we needed them to do. And we couldn't have wrote a better script. It's kind of funny how the deer that moved in were not deer that we were expecting. So 7-card and Fat Boy.
Yeah, the deer
Were 2 deer we knew nothing about, really.
the deer I was hunting mid-season, which chances are if the neighbor wasn't hunting, I might have got a chance at him. But he was killed opening day of gun season.
Yep. And he was coming, like, there was a chance that there was definitely a chance you could have killed him. There were some close encounters. You never had an encounter from Stan, but there was, like, he was on camera within hours of him being there.
Which, unfortunately, the way the property's lined up and the way the wind works over there, bow hunting is not that awesome there.
I mean,
if you want to hunt the particular area where he was, you're blowing out a lot of our...
where your saddle was, where you were having all those encounters with those little bucks, was the spot to be, though. That's where he was walking. We had him in daylight at least 2 or 3 times there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the spot to be. And then to the west of that a little bit. But it's the reason. So the areas that he was using were the big open flats. So he would take these big open flats where you could see pretty far, a lot of like lower level browse, but like lower than eye height. He'd be cruising those in daylight.
Well, and I used that strategy. I didn't dive into where his core area was until gun season because I knew I'd be able to shoot far and be able to get a shot at him. And he was killed opening morning.
I
bow hunted the outskirts.
If that guy didn't shoot him on open, you probably would have had an encounter with him.
Yeah.
He would have came off to your southwest in that valley. Because I had a camera up top that had him on there a lot, right close to that property line. And
yeah, I mean, I heard him get killed 200 yards away, 250 yards away.
The point is, what we did worked very well, and we're very excited for next year.
Yeah.
I can't wait for next year.
That saddle spot is going to be big early-ish season.
Yeah, I think
it's hard to get back in there early season because we're pushing a lot of deer out, but
I think you need to go in there early season sometimes and just try it.
You got to go in there early.
Every time I was coming out of the woods in the evening, I was pushing 30 deer. So who knows if one of those could have been him.
Right.
Every day.
I think I'm just going to keep that little plot mode because nothing we planted in there really grew. It's just kind of grass.
It's an oil well
pad.
There's limestone underneath the food plot.
Big ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the 57s?
No, it's like the 2s and 4s.
Bigger than 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
It's a pain in the ass.
Boulders like this.
The major point was and is that lack of pressure, and it will be just as busy next year. That lack of pressure, man, that opened up things. Having specific watering holes, water near acorns is huge.
Huge.
Incredibly overlooked. Water near acorns, huge. Just huge. It contributed to Luke killing his deer. Water near hickory for Luke, actually. The hickory nuts were kind of...
Access is our problem. Luke doesn't have that problem.
I have zero
the way
access
his
problem.
property is set up, access is his friend. Boom, bam, he's in, he's up.
3 straight self-filmed mature bucks in a row.
Within 100 yards
And
of
he's
each
got
other.
it.
Within 100 yards.
He's got it lined up for next year.
Now it's...
Matt Williams would say that you are a bad hunter because you keep capitalizing on a great farm.
Yeah, I don't care. Next year's going to be great. We got it figured out, I think.
Next year's the drive
Maybe.
for 4.
It might not, yeah. Maybe it doesn't work out. Maybe the deer outsmarts me.
It's going to work out.
It's going to work out. Isaac could have almost killed the deer you're going to try.
I almost actually
Isaac,
did.
if Isaac would have hunted 2 more times, he probably would have killed that deer.
Ethan could have killed that deer. On the last day.
Oh, yeah.
The last day he was
daylighted like
30 minutes.
10 times.
If we just continued to
Isaac
hunt it
hunted.
like Luke hunted it during the season,
Yeah.
He'd have been dead.
Be dead. Well, he would have
Because
a shot at him.
That your farm was only rut hunted, like up until the rut gun season, 5 times, 3 or 4 by you. How many times did you hunt this year?
Oh, I don't know. A lot.
That was pre-rut.
What do you mean?
Like
Where?
how many sits did you have this year?
There?
Yeah.
Before I killed the deer, I don't know, there's 22 days in the season there. I probably had 10 sits.
Isaac had 2.
1.
Isaac had 1 with
Isaac had 1 and like almost killed that deer. Then I'm like, hold on, Isaac, no more. You don't get to
Isaac
kill
was
that deer.
going
I was
in
hunting a
there-
different-
He was hunting a different deer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that just shows how good
And that deer
spot is.
died. That stinks.
That deer did die.
One picture of him,
No, I got like 2 or 3 at our farm. Well,
That's true.
Over this way,
but he died even farther the other way. So
yeah, that's fine. That is what it is.
that's deer hunting.
So things are looking good for Luke.
Looking really good. We
Everybody.
I spent the last 2 weeks heavily filming Nick We haven't had him on the podcast since the season started, but I spent 2 weeks heavily filming him. He was after one deer all season. He had a buck show up.
Kudos to him and
I have a
Dylan
question.
and Ethan.
I have a
We're hunting so hard.
And I'm going to ask this question on the air because it's funny. His snafu, was that with a crossbow or a regular bow?
No,
Regular bow.
He did kill a doe with a crossbow last day.
It's because he doesn't lock his sight.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah. So
I asked him like, well, how
Neither-
does sight
neither do
move?
I.
Said, I don't lock it. I said, well,
Is he a
that's how
single?
it
Is
moved.
he's a single pin guy?
I'll let him tell that story in particular, but
Yeah.
I did spend the last 2 weeks heavily filming Nick. I filmed him during the pre-rut and the rut a bunch too. My season just opened up, so I was able to film him a lot. We saw an incredible amount of deer. He encountered the one buck that he was hunting. The buck that he was hunting, he showed up before the season. We knew him from last year.
He was hunting all year.
Instantly, this is the only deer I'm going to shoot.
Until my buck showed up one day.
Yeah, we'll get to that maybe in a second.
4 miles
We
away.
had a deer go 4 miles in the wintertime.
And then my camera got stolen.
Yep.
Son
His
of a
camera
bitch.
that, yeah,
Post gun season, 4 miles.
fuck crazy.
Mid-gun season.
Deer are wild, dude. They're wild.
Was that during gun
Yeah,
season?
because he got pushed out because of gun season and where he lived.
Nick had a good number of encounters with said buck. He did put a arrow through his back strap in the last week, which did no damage to him whatsoever. Nor did it change his pattern.
Back on camera. 4
Back on
hours.
camera, like a little bit over an hour or two after we got out tracking him, he was back on camera. We did call Mr. Gullet in to fly a drone.
Boo.
Boo. Which we haven't all done that.
Did you
Isaac's done it.
Did you guys look first?
No.
Me and Nick,
Well, they did when he, yeah. So there was a
because
quick
he thought
first
he
look.
missed.
There was a quick first look.
Yeah,
Okay.
he thought he missed. Well, yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far. into
The prophylactic dronage is incredible.
The drone, so
The people that are droning before they even go to look, like I'm
Yeah.
not even looking, I'm calling the drone and we're finding this deer. That is incredible.
I hate to give Nick,
hate it.
I hate to give Nick credit, but he did the right thing because the deer was not dead.
Yeah, yeah.
And we did the least amount of human intrusion as possible because of it. I will say that the drone situation, this is not a dig on our buddy Gullet, who will be on the podcast soon probably. It didn't work so well. It was -6 degree air temperature and windy and snowy and cold as fucking balls.
The wind chill is -22.
We were having a very hard time finding any deer. Like,
With the drone.
because the beds, and I don't know much about these drones, so this is something I learned.
The beds were lighting up.
The beds were lighting up. So there was like red dots all over the place. Zoom in on it, nothing there. Just an
Just
empty
a bed.
Just an empty bed. So
Let's let Nick tell that story.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna let Nick tell that story.
But
It's
let's-
good because what we did habitat wise, food plotting, and the way Nick hunts, it contributed to his good season.
Basically,
it's nice to see that.
And all this does is create more history for next year, hopefully.
He's more excited than just about it. I think he's probably more excited even than Ethan.
to hunt next year.
Yeah.
Ethan doesn't look too excited at all to hunt next year.
because he knows it's misery hunting over there in the low deer density area.
He doesn't have to hunt over there. If Ethan kills a buck or starts hunting over here, that just opens it up for someone else to go kill that buck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Well, those all-day rut sits.
Older bucks make
Yeah.
a smaller range.
Yeah.
Just gotta be in it.
Low deer density hunting is tough.
Luke, three things to talk about with you.
Yes.
Tree things.
Tree things.
Will's hunt,
Okay. Wilson was awesome.
fishing trip,
Fishing trip was awesome.
and then we can talk about the leaky John boat real quick.
All right. Will's hunt. We were doe hunting together. Two of us. I had my bow. He had his crossbow. 1995 Horton, like the first crossbow ever made.
212 feet per second.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched what the arrow did on the video. You'll be able to see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could read the side of the arrow.
Tonk bounced off.
We went doe hunting over at my permission piece, sitting over a corn pile. He did radix. It was awesome. And I hunted here like for a month, trying to kill doe. Because farmers want deer dead. So I'm like, all right. Well, I was like, hey, let's go. We went goose hunting like the day before. Didn't see anything. Sat there for 10 hours. Rough day. Decided to go deer hunting the next day. 50 deer come in. Every doe on that side of the county decided to hit that corn pile. Big nanny doe comes in. And Will shoots and like hits her in the shoulder. We like what we saw, and we decided we waited for like an hour, then tracked her a little bit, bumped her a bunch of times. They came up on her still alive at the end of the track, but like barely alive. Went out, went back the next morning. She was dead.
Where did the shot end up being? Like, what did he end up getting?
So the bolt went through the rib cage underneath the heart.
Okay, so
Like
just gave her.
didn't slice the heart, but
Didn't
went
hit anything
into the
good.
rib cage. It was wild. And when we gutted it, like we like inspected it, and then we butchered it right away. And like,
It did slice the heart,
no,
so it just
Like,
filled
it
up,
went
it
under-
filled up the heart cavity with. So it died of pulmonary tamponade.
yeah, like there was a hole on
That's the
each,
name
like,
I-
through the rib cage on
cardiac.
both sides of the heart, but like it never sliced the heart. But I don't know. It worked out.
Big doe.
Ate the dough. I mean, cut it out that day, so
Yeah,
worked out. Good deer kill. I don't know.
it's in the last. It's in the video.
Yeah,
The kill
a
shot on
good time.
video?
Yep.
And
The arrow bounces off.
really?
goes
Like it goes through,
and bounces out.
and then
comes
bounces
back
out.
up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
You like she
Little-
snapped the end
little
off with her
tiny
leg.
hard bolt that's that long.
Fishing.
and then-
trip.
With a fixed blade.
Fishing. Oh yeah, it was like a Muzzy MX4.
Oh my god! He probably shot at that bull was going like this.
Boo, boo. Well, we're gonna get you a better setup.
No, we need to get Will on the podcast. He's
I've been trying.
He
I
can
send
take
him,
the shop crossbow. Let him take. The
I
shop
send
crossbow.
Will feelers all the time.
okay. So Will worked for a bow company and has like 10 bows.
Yeah. Who do you work for?
One of them, I don't know. He's got like 10 Hoyts, so it must have been something with Hoyt.
I thought he worked for Mackenzie Targets. He's got stories though.
Yeah,
This
we're getting
man
him on
has
here for like
stories.
7 hours in a row.
We'll do a marathon pod with him. Not tonight. We're not doing a marathon pod.
Anyways, last weekend, me and Kyle, neighbor Kyle, Danny Sabota, been on the podcast a million times.
Former half cousin Kyle.
Yeah, former half cousin Kyle, Danny Sabota, and then one of Danny's buddies, Ralph, something with an S. Don't know him. We went up to Saginaw Bay, spent 4 days up there ice fishing in the middle of the bay, and it was like one of the funnest fishing trips I've ever had. Did not get any video from it though.
You didn't
It was
take video?
Super slow. I took video, but we didn't catch anything on video. And we
Luke?
caught like 2 fish on video, but
Luke and Kyle have this affinity for doing things in the winter that involve being wet, cold, and waking up early. And
Yeah, they
I'm
love
down
their
for
goose-
none of those things.
we would wake up at like 4:30 in the morning, get in the trucks, drive 5 minutes to the boat ramp, take the sleds out, 15 miles, sit there till dark, and then come home and did it 3 days in a row.
Oh,
Didn't spend any money because we were just fishing the whole time.
didn't take any video, huh?
I took video, but not enough for
Not
video.
enough for an episode. Not even an adventure episode.
No.
You,
It was
you
rough.
Aaron Olson did.
It's hard. It was hard to make video.
Aaron took plenty of video in his last. That was a rude statement.
No, but he did tell me that he does not post it unless there's a reason to post it.
Yeah, that is true.
When we go on trips, we usually end up posting it,
You're right about that part.
no matter what, because we'll make it some sort of adventure.
No,
He
Luke-
told me that he would not post stuff if it's not worth.
What Luke did is what I would refer to as Matt Spanieling it. Matt has all the greatest filming equipment in the world, and he'll get 2 minutes and 13 seconds of video. In
Oh, I have.
He
I
says,
probably have 10.
says he's going to be better this year.
I've got like 128 gigabytes of me and Kyle staring at each other in a shanty.
You can't even put together like a 2-minute highlight reel.
Nothing.
You didn't click a
There's
camera
nothing
on when you
good.
caught a fish.
We would try to. Like it was so hit and miss. We only caught
I watched two.
between the 4 of us. Between me and Kyle, we caught five walleye and 5 perch in 3 days of fishing for 12 hours.
Damn.
I've watched.
I mean, we've had hunting trips where we don't kill.
I've
fish,
watched-
so we can't really say anything.
I've watched 2 ice fishing videos in my life for very different reasons. First one, THP
Spearing.
spearing.
That's so cool.
You're gonna say Sash.
Second one's Sash because it just popped up on the algorithm. I'm like, I got
Creams, dude.
I gotta watch
Creams bouncing.
Oh, like
So
what, 402?
402.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, you had neither of those things. No cool,
Nothing
pike
cool
spearing,
and no big ones.
and no
Sturgeon.
giants.
Sturgeon spearing.
Sturgeon spearing, yes.
Or creams. No creams.
No creams. For hundreds
Quite
of miles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for nothing. There's
So
nothing.
yeah, unfortunately, that's the market for ice fishing videos.
I mean, you're gonna do it again.
Oh yeah, we're going. I'm already buying stuff.
My brute force did well, huh?
Brute force did well. It didn't start when it was -4.
You'll have
I'm surprised it started when I was 34.
I rattled the air filter holder to death and it broke it, so I ordered a new one.
Those air filter holders don't even. They never even stay on.
No, like the whole mount that like I fixed before
Yeah.
from your buddy rolling it down the hill.
Yeah.
That broke, and
I can't believe it started the other night when
Shout
I
out
had to,
Danny Pumps.
when I had to rescue myself from the side by side blowing up. But it started right up.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that thing's a beast.
Well, yeah, it's a awesome quad.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't start when it was 4 degrees. So
Speaking of ice fishing stuff, So what's the biggest pain in the ass? Setting up, taking down, tearing down?
Yeah, we moved a bunch. So like when you set up, you guys set the hub up. And we weren't like equipped to move.
My buddy,
We were setting hubs up and like getting all the gear out of the sleds and putting them in the hub. And
so
it
my
takes,
buddy that goes
takes an
ice
hour.
fishing in Canada a lot.
His sled,
The
it's
flip
like
over.
the size of a couch. It
Yeah.
just flips up into the tent.
And all your stuff's in there. It's awesome.
Yeah, just
We're looking at them for next
and then
year.
you like sit on.
Why
the
don't you
sled.
just get a moving shanty?
That's what it
'Cause I
is.
have nowhere to store it. That's one of the biggest
Yeah, it's a
things.
huge thing. It's as big as a
It's
couch.
as big as a couch.
You gotta-
And they weigh 200 pounds.
We got plenty of barns.
I think I'm gonna get drunk and watch Grumpy Old Men tonight. I mean, that's a fair play, right?
Yeah, that's fair play. It is cold, and that is about
That's the perfect movie for this time of year. Perfect.
yeah, that's a good idea.
But if you're on the edge for going ice fishing in Saginaw Bay and you're prepared, you have to have a lot of stuff. Safety wise, and you need a follow out guide. Go do it. It's so much fun.
Also, another question: ice right now in Ohio, is it impossible? Like it's all super thick; it's possible to fall through.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's
if it's moving water, but
Well, because
fun fact. I fell through the river yesterday in my house,
I was at Spencer Lake
See?
today.
putting up a trail camera.
Spencer Lake today. Me and the old lady were walking, and we just said, "Oh, let's walk across the lake." We get
Don't do that.
We get like halfway.
No one
out
do
there.
that. No, yeah, don't do that.
Well, people were ice fishing like yesterday.
Spudding out. There could be pockets open.
Yeah, we're walking through that, and all of a sudden, crush down 6 inches.
Yeah.
We didn't fall into the water.
You fell
Like
into another thing of ice.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it freaked us out.
Oh,
But then
yeah.
I found a hole in the ice where someone was fishing, and I was able to break it, and I couldn't even reach the bottom of the ice. So the ice was a foot thick.
Oh, the ice is. I mean,
it's like
we're on
we
lake-
gotta put some. We gotta like do some stuff to our pond to get some light down there.
It hasn't.
Tell you a secret: all those fish need to die.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
We're gonna go ice fishing up there and keep a lot of fish out of there.
Yeah.
Crappie.
Do it.
We have a 1 acre farm pond. It is overpopulated. The bass are all stunted.
I've had so many people come
We've
take bass.
removed probably
I've taken
200 bass in the last
I've
5
taken
years.
bass to the fair. Born Again Matt came and took bass.
Spencer and Shannon.
Spencer and Shannon came and took
Uncle
bass.
Tim
Nathan.
took bass.
Uncle Tim took bass. Nathan took bass. We have stocked a lot of ponds. I don't think that's legal. So
No, we haven't stocked.
yeah.
You're a part of that
they're eating.
75%.
when you wave at the cop, put your beer in the center console so you can't see.
Are you allowed to move fish around?
No,
I don't
absolutely.
know, probably not.
From farm pond to farm pond?
No.
We're not going to public waters.
You have to have a permit for that.
Oh, God damn the government. Maybe we won't turn in poachers anymore.
That was my.
There's two kinds of poaching. All right, there's two kinds of poaching. That's the wrong thing to say. That's not right. But
We used to take. Never mind.
I want to know what you were. I don't know. I don't think I want to know what you're going to say. I think what we
We
did
used
was
to stock our ponds with fish from.
places elsewhere. I don't think that's.
yeah, but there's not that big.
If
of a
I'm going to
deal
keep the fish, as
because
long
you're
as
gonna
I
keep it,
as long as I keep the fish within legal limits and take it back to my own property.
it's still illegal.
It is.
Oh yeah,
So I can eat them, but I can't release them in my lake.
yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah. Because in a lot of places, especially where we live, is the Continental Divide. You don't want to take the wrong fish to the wrong side of the divide.
Largemouth bass.
It was always catfish. Yeah, and I don't even care. We were teenagers. The rules don't apply when you're
2 years. Don't matter
Statute
now.
of limitations.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. If you did, everyone. I hope that everyone who's listening has some stories from when they were teenagers of them doing illegal shit.
I got arrested.
You got more than you spent time in jail.
In the
Yeah.
clink.
Oh
You
yeah.
were in the clink.
Proven
Yeah,
not
video of that
guilty.
doe.
Those are holding cells. Those aren't like prison. Like he wasn't convicted.
I didn't
of a
say
crime.
he went to prison. I
went to
said he
jail.
went to jail for the weekend, and they did not bail him out. 210 days
until Kentucky.
until Kentucky opens.
Oh, I can't wait for Kentucky.
I can't fucking wait for
What are you doing this week or next weekend?
Next weekend?
You said you're going on a trip
You going to Indiana?
in a couple weeks.
Going to like Mexico
I
or something.
Looked. It's only 3 hours from Kentucky to Indiana.
Oh, but it's 5. It's like 5 hours to Kentucky.
You need to buy a truck, Ethan.
But why? I'm going to be shed hunting. I'm going to walk.
That's true. Oh, you're going shed hunting.
Are
huh?
you
I'm
gonna do
gonna
both?
I think I'm going to do both.
So I love that Ethan's motivated to do this stuff because I wish I used to. We used to go to Indiana in the summer and shed hunt, or like not in the summer, like in the early fall, late summer, like set up stands and trail cameras and stuff. And I miss doing that because I just don't have time to do it. But I love that Ethan's able to do it.
We would also go to West Virginia 3 different weekends, and we go to Southern Ohio 3 different weekends, and all that.
Should have shot that doe in Kentucky.
Should have.
Isn't it 90
The
degrees?
first year you hunted in Kentucky, how many times did you go?
twice.
I feel like you went like 5 times one year. Was that last year?
No, not last year. We only went once last year, or this year. This last
year
season,
once,
we only went
last year
once.
3 times, the year before that twice.
Just seems like a lot, I guess.
Driving 5 hours back-to-back weekends is a lot.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but you're so much better off now with your new work schedule.
Yeah.
If we can
one Kelly day and you got.
Yeah, it's my Kelly day, so it's 6 days off.
This is what you need to do. You need to find a nice Airbnb down there close that's decent, and then you just take the old lady with you, and you can go whenever you want.
To Kentucky?
Go to that steakhouse.
Either or.
So here's another problem we had. We were unable, and we've talked about this on the podcast. We've been unable to find an Airbnb close to where we want it to be.
You need a camper.
No. Supporting and Matt does that. And where we go, there's no good place to put a camper.
There.
Yeah, because it's like this. But we're
No,
bored-
I mean, like at the
There's
hunting
no
property.
campgrounds nearby?
There
at
is
the hunting
close to
properties
us,
where
but
you-
not close to Matt. And what's close to Matt's not close to us.
Matt and them guys love the camping over the Airbnb. But for that time of year, opening weekend of football,
You need a
90
fridge.
degrees, yeah, you need that kind of stuff. And like, it's
You
just
need like a nice, like a tits camper.
that Tits cabin that we had the first year that I went to your property.
When I
both-
went,
both
when I
cabins-
went, oh, that
No,
was
well,
such a nice
no,
place.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did. I filmed you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, that one. We might like that would be a decent place to go.
But if you could have a nice camper to take,
that would be ideal too.
like nice campers they're nice. We've never had one. Never seen one.
I can't.
Mom has one.
You can't haul that
36
feet.
No, you're right.
36 foot park model.
Gore has a beautiful camper.
Yeah, go borrow
Also can't-
one of Uncle Tom's semi-trailers,
Yeah, right.
and we could pull that freaking camper down.
We could probably just put my house on a flatbed and take it down there. One thing that I do think we need to do for Kentucky, and watching this video has me convinced on it. We need to take my 4-wheeler when we go in this.
Yeah, I took it the last time.
Like when we go to down there to hunt, we need to take the 4-wheeler.
I'm going to put the tripod right there in those bushes, and I'd be able
That's
to shoot
assuming
deer.
that deer is going to do the same exact thing.
Could you imagine
A deer.
Ethan's big ass standing up on that fucking tripod?
like an old man on a ladder, just ka-trink.
I love the tripod, and I wish we could kill deer out of it, but it's just I never even hunted anymore.
The best part would be watching
You haven't had
watching it from across the
No.
field. Sasquatch on top of this tiny little tree.
I'm taking a ladder stand down there with me. Fuck it.
Yeah. What else?
Nothing.
No.
We're done.
We're done. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Deer season 2025 is in the books.
I don't know what we're going to talk about going forward.
Our plans for next year.
The plans. Well,
Hopefully, but this time next weekend, I'm holding a set of sheds.
yes.
One thing.
we have a lot of that coming.
I got some homework for you since you talk to the Born Again guys more than I do. What do we got to do to become part of, or just talk about, or just something, the Ohio Hunters Advocate thing?
Jay's talked to the guy.
Okay. So how do we be a part of? I feel like we need to be a part of
Yeah.
that. They just posted a big story about
They're
it.
going to have him on. They're having him on next week. Their podcast.
We need to be part of that because
Jay has talked to
actually
the guy.
makes some changes.
Jay has talked to the guy, and I believe we're going to have him on our podcast at some point or other. If we do agree to get him on our podcast sometime soon, no offense, I won't listen to the Born Again one, so we don't double talk about things, and we can.
It's not even that we need them to be a part of our podcast. Just what can we do to help
the
that
hunter
situation.
advocacy
Yeah,
of Ohio.
because we started that whole big conversation, so we need to be able to.
Yeah.
I need to look at
The
next. I don't know what it
upcoming
is.
podcasts, hopefully the next 3 or 4 are guests. So we'll have. I'm trying to get Willie.
We need to get. You know who we need to get on here? Landon Thomas.
That's up to you, dog.
I gotta talk to him. Landon, I know you probably don't listen. I'm calling you.
If you're listening at the 1 hour and 11 mark,
Good for
1
you.
hour 11 minute mark, good for you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Deer Shot Podcast, episode 128.
128.
We are out.
Out.
You're out.